Good morning.
Good morning.
So we made it to our second stop in the little house on the prairie
Tour
in DeSmet, South Dakota.
Yep.
And this is a place that we can actually camp at. So we are set up behind us.
Literally on the prairie.
On the prairie.
Like, here's our back door.
Yeah. We're in love.
Yes.
Like, this place is amazing.
I think I loved South Dakota.
So we're gonna get out today because this place has not only campsites, but it's got a store. It has got
a schoolhouse,
all the
a barn. You can ride horses. The kids can ride. They have a covered wagon horse riding that they get to drive. They get to wash clothes like back from the 1800s. They can make dolls. They get to make jump ropes. They get to do the schoolhouse tour. Like, it's so amazing here.
Yeah. So today we are gonna go out and explore everything that this place has.
Yes.
Because we leave tomorrow and we head towards where are we going?
Tomorrow we are going to Sioux Falls.
Sioux Falls. Yeah. Sussex Falls. Sioux Falls. So we're gonna get out today and just see what's going on. What's up back there, Em?
Hi.
So here we go.
He's just born on August 8th. He's just 1 month old.
It's the same old sun.
Yep.
The same old town.
Awesome, dude.
I wake up early with the sun.
One at a time. No, one at a time.
The morning breaks to leave behind the night I need to get me by. Safe and lonely. It's the same old sound for days to come. I close the blinds and carry on. I'm not afraid.
Okay, Drew, jump on.
To stay away.
And I lost the shoe.
What comes around, I say I'm fine.
Well, we haven't seen the dugout yet. Just because you've seen the dugout doesn't mean.
About you.
You could have got down that way.
What you got?
1870s and 1880s.
That's one they lived there.
They lived in a dugout or a shanty before they built their home.
Which is right down there.
That's
Yeah.
the replica. And it's
We'll go.
super-
Then we'll go see the replica of their home in a
Yeah.
few.
It's really cool.
Watch out, bub.
The pianos are way different. You have to pump.
It's an organ.
It's an organ.
Yeah, it's an old. Yeah, organ.
Mom, it's literally hidden. Daddy, can I take the camera?
Yeah, that's how they would do it.
Dad, can they want it to be hidden
Okay.
from it? Like Dad said.
Built into the side of the hill. Huh. It's called the sod house or the shanty.
Can't. Wait, is it here?
Yeah, it's built in.
What is it?
No, that's just the house. This one's built into the hillside.
I would never.
He got you.
He totally got you.
Oh my goodness, look at this. They lived here, they ate here, they slept here. Huh. It still smells like that.
Whoa, it does. Still smells like it.
I know.
Look at the Doesn't smell bad. It smells
It says, once on their claim, settlers began building a house. While this was being done, the wagon or a brush lean-to served as home. Dugouts. One form of a house was a dugout, which is what this is, which is essentially a cave burrowed into a small rise of land or a high bank of a creek. Dugouts, usually a single room, 10 to 12 feet, had 3 sides made of dirt and a 4th closed up with sod. The Ingalls family lived in a dugout on the banks of Plum Creek at Walnut Grove, Minnesota.
Hey,
The
we were
cost
just there.
of a dugout was $2.78.50
A half cent? How do you get a half cent?
because of 3 pounds of nails to make the door was 19.5 cents.
Wait, a half cent.
Yep. Sometimes they'd have a leaky roof.
Just like Drew's leaky pipe.
Leaky pipe.
Leaky pipe.
I got a leaky pipe.
Oh my gosh.
Half a cent.
Half a cent matters.
Those 5 trees right here
Yeah,
are
yeah.
the 5 trees that Charles Ingalls, Pa, planted for his 5 girls, for Ma, and then the 4 girls. Carolyn is Ma, then Mary, Laura, Carrie, and
Grace.
Grace. And I guess Laura came to the property here in 1937 and confirmed that those were the trees that Pa planted for her and her siblings and her mom.
So cool.
I'm like, that is just crazy history.
And they're still standing to this
It's
day.
like living history right here.
Tori's walking through her paradise right now.
Yes.
We went and explored yesterday.
My inner child is happy, happy, happy.
I already did. I already made a doll for my cousin.
For Rachie Roo.
Rachel Roo.
Oh my goodness.
And I think I'm gonna make one for Juliet.
Oh, awesome.
This is a shanty. So
Oh, it smells weird.
in the spring of 1878, leaving Sioux Falls, Pa and Ma Burby and their girls crossed the prairie for 2 weeks in search of a less crowded area. They settled near Spirit Lake and 12 miles northwest of here. This was the summer before Pa Ingalls arrived in Dakota Territory to help build the railroad through Kingsbury County. With a herd of 20 Galloway cows and lumber for a new house, the Burbys had more resources than many prairie pioneers. Marianne Kramer compiled the history of this shanty from an oral history interview with Ray Burby, son of Henry and Lily Burby, in June 1970. Please step inside the Burby's original claim shanty. It is a cozy little home built over 125 years ago from that load of lumber, as Henry promised.
I gotta tell you guys something. The lady yesterday told me that the Burby family came here in 2013 and did a family picnic here.
Oh,
The
really?
whole family.
Wow.
This is so crazy.
Like,
I
this
was
is a
one.
home. Everything.
I was one.
Kitchen.
One.
One. In 2013, you were
There's
one.
a bread box over here. There's their pots and pans.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
Their
Feel
little
this bed, it's so
window.
uncomfortable. So did they have this after
This
the
is straw
dugout?
bed. It's made out of straw.
They had this after the dugout?
Yeah. So they would build these homes
After
when
dugouts?
they had more resources. Look at the dress hanging over there, her closet.
Did she actually wear that?
Mom, that's storage up top.
Yep.
Look at-
There's rafters
That's
up
so
here.
cool.
See, for the first storage.
Boo!
Man, you didn't
The
scare me.
storage up there
Yes.
kind of reminds me of our grandma's storage bed.
What is this, Drew? Do you know what this is?
They use this to to sharpen.
Good job,
That's how-
dude.
That's how they sharpen their knives.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go see what else we have. Do you want to see the baby kitties?
What's that?
It's getting wild.
Movie's getting wild?
He was jumping around. Hey, Nathan, I want to tell you. He liked it.
I've never seen kids so excited to wash clothes.
It's fun.
Hey, Brooklyn, wait. It's in the wrong bin. Just. Oh no. It's wholesome.
It's clean water.
All right.
I'm next.
Brooklyn, wait. Brooklyn, you're stripping on your towel. It's
I want
stained.
the lady to give me the history of the house.
Brooklyn, can you please move here?
Bro.
Watch
This is a
out.
replica.
Squeeze it through.
Guys, watch out.
Go ahead. Do you want me to catch it?
Yeah.
Yes, please. One at a time. No, one at a time. Whoa, that's cool.
Let's just do it for a second
They've
time.
been rolling them.
Just
Okay, there.
just to get all
Isn't
the
Baba supposed to do laundry like this?
Brooklyn.
Isn't Baba to do it like this?
I don't know.
Let's just get it out. I need
All
a
the
water.
washboard, but I don't think she.
Brooklyn.
Andrew, you have to take turns, love.
Okay, thank you.
Excuse me, bro.
You can come over here with me, guys.
Excuse me, sir. Oh, I'm still using the
You
soap.
just hang it like this or like this. I'm gonna do it like this so there's more room for the other all the other ones. And then you take these clips. You just put one like that,
Then you take a block.
one like this, right there, and then you just let it dry.
Now you just rub the soap on it. And like on it. Do you want me to catch it? Have Dad catch it.
Here, I'll
So
catch
it
it for you.
doesn't fall in the
Ready? I'll catch it for you.
Then I'm gonna rinse it and scrub it.
And then grab 2 clips.
Grab
then
2
come
clips and
over
go
here.
hang it.
Okay, okay.
And then hang it up.
You want me to hold it for you while you clip it?
Yeah.
All right, I'll hold this side for you.
I'll hold this one.
Why don't you clip the first one right here?
Okay.
So it'll keep it up, and then you can do the other side. There you go.
And then la la.
And he and the little pony just had a little tip. there.
Oh
So
Oh,
just if you notice a little nosebleed or something,
Uh-oh.
we're okay.
Oh.
But
I
so
like your boots.
Ollie's the little
The little one?
little colt,
Yeah.
and sometimes they get a little sassy. So I would say today is sassy day.
Okay.
So I would just kind of not.
Take it easy.
I just tied him up so.
He said-
How old is
He's
Timmy?
5.
5. Okay.
5 in July, aren't you?
Oh, Andrew's
So, yeah.
6, so not too
cool.
far
You
ahead.
guys have a beautiful family.
Oh,
Well, thank
Met
you.
the kids yesterday, and they were so polite. Like I
Oh.
told you, so kind.
Thanks.
So yeah, it's a little dark in here, but we don't have lights. That's how it was.
That's how it was.
So you guys know the story, how they settled out here. Paul
Yes.
takes the railroad job, and then they end up proving up on this land. This is
Yeah.
his proving up paper, which you can almost see today. But if you go to Washington D.C., you're going to find the original paper
I
that
found
Charles
it
filled out.
online.
Oh, isn't that
Yeah.
fun? And it's at the National Archive Museum, the
Yes.
original. Isn't that so cool?
Okay.
It was 16 by 24. He writes out on his proving out paper, a good well and a pump and a house in 3 stages. So the first year, they only lived on 140 square foot.
Goodness.
And so then, of course, remember the Indian chief coming to town? And he said to those men, you better be aware, it's a 7-month hard winter coming. Because he had counted up the cycle of 3 sets of 7 years. I think
Oh.
So do you remember how then Paul would move his family to town for the long winter? And
Yes.
you had to stay 5 years on the land to earn it through the Homestead Act, but you could leave 6 months of each of the years. So that's why
Right.
they were allowed to go onto the main street in town for that 6-month winter. And after the long winter, they barely survived, which I think, did you guys see the hay twist yesterday when you were in the garage?
I was in there.
That was cool, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And so now they built the 2 bedrooms, like the other half of the house. That's a buttercup. Yeah, we talked about it yesterday, didn't we? And then, so then now they have this size of house, you know, both halves were now built.
Got it.
And do you remember why they put a 3rd room on, everybody? What was the instrument that Mary liked to play
She
when she
liked
went
to
to
play
college.
the
Pump organ.
the pump
Organ, okay.
Yeah.
So Pa gets wind of that while she's studying down in Iowa at the Iowa College for the Blind in Vinton, Iowa. So they build one last room on the house, and when that room was added and they had that wonderful used organ, Laura would put in $75 to $100 towards it. Then Ma would say, we no longer live in a claim shack, now we live in a real little house.
Oh.
So the house sat about where it sits. This, of course, is recreated according to Pa's proving up paper along with the hay roof barn.
Okay.
The barn was into the hill west of the house. So a lot of people try to put the house up on the knoll, but there's no hill to the west of it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the good well and a pump. So once his paperwork was completed, then he sent that into the government along with a witness paper by a Mr. Boston and Mr. Masters, and then they would get the patent on the land. So,
And it was like $16, wasn't
yeah,
it?
a
Something.
filing fees, yeah.
I can't even
It is
imagine.
amazing,
Like
yeah.
100 and
So
some
that's like-
acres.
yeah.
140?
160 acres.
160, yeah, for
So-
$16.
Yeah, isn't that great?
What a deal.
I can't
What a
imagine.
I would
deal.
do that.
And back then it was like that was expensive.
Yeah.
They
Well,
couldn't
and,
buy
and
that.
it was kind of hard to come up with the $16 likely.
Yeah.
So good job. So this is where the kids learned yesterday pouring the milk when you got done milking. And
Okay.
overnight the pan of milk would sit in the cellar overnight, and the cream would come to the top because the skim part was heavier, and by
Yes.
gravity it went down. So then you'd save the cream every day until you got to Thursday. Then you put it all in the butter churn. Do you remember that one, Finian? The butter churn? And then after the cream turned to whipped cream and then butter, then you lifted out the ball of butter. And the reason why it turns to cream or butter is because all the fat molecules cling together.
Right.
And then you wash it with this smooth butter paddle. You remember that, didn't
Yeah,
you?
because of the butter.
There's something about this. It
It's
feels
so
so
good,
silky.
so cool.
It's because it's been in butter all
It's
its
been
life,
in
right?
butter, yeah.
And then you wash it to get the rest of the buttermilk out, because then it won't get sour. The butter won't get
Oh.
spoiled,
Wow.
because then the fat doesn't have, you know, like how milk sits out and it
Yeah, it
gets
gets
spoiled
spoiled.
fat.
Yeah.
This is where they
And
got
then
rid of
this is how you ironed your clothes. You heated the irons on the stove, and then our ironing board's right over here. And this is where you put buckets of water, so the kids would bring water for you, so that would heat, and that was your water heater, the water reservoir.
Gosh.
And then this is how you cleaned the ashes out of the stove. Your fire pit was here, and you put the cobs in here. This flap fits here, so that would all be closed. But I like to have it open so the kids can kind of see this today. It's really dark, isn't it? And then this pulls out, so there's a pan that's
Like
pretty
what's
rusty.
at the bottom of a toaster.
Yeah,
almost.
sort of, yeah,
Okay.
a tray. And then
Catches
some
all
of
the
the
ash.
ashes was, remember, soaked in a rain barrel?
Yeah, and you could like
And
make
that
stuff
made-
out of it.
Yep,
Made soap.
lye water. That made
Mama, come here.
Dad, you
And
know
this
how
is
the noise makes the noise?
Mom, look at Ethan.
It's because I press these pedals.
Yeah.
See, if I don't press these pedals, it doesn't do it.
That's cool, dude.
Oh, darn. I made one.
Third grade, when we were doing the little
We did that
sharing
Nice sewing.
baby food jars.
Yeah, we did that.
We had one of these.
So
So
Yeah.
that's
So
a,
now I know how to work
three
these.
little strands of, you know,
that's how you hold
fabric.
fabric.
And
this
when you
is
read the
where the
books, you'll
fabric
find Laura and
goes.
Mary made one together.
We have
So this is the
fabric.
only time you, and so that's how it got started, I believe in 1990.
Oh,
So then, when we came visiting in 1996, I think it was, they were looking to have someone else take over. So that's how we got involved.
Wow.
So we just spend a lot of our
Okay,
life
Daddy.
Here.
keeping this going. So,
Wow.
yeah, so now we
Now, do you guys live close to here then?
just across the road. yeah.
Okay.
Mama,
Oh my
Andrew saw a
goodness.
turtle yesterday.
That one, you want to
Stay-
stick to it. Yeah.
Drew,
Hi,
don't
Prarie.
stand behind her.
She's the newborn.
He's kind of
Or
a
he.
butter.
He's a
So
butter.
let's go pet these other horses instead.
Aww.
Oh, okay.
So we looked at the school, and then the lady had to leave,
Oh,
because they're in a.
oh, she's
Renee.
Guys.
So do you guys want to have a couple
Yeah,
minutes?
horse ride. They went yesterday, but David liked to
I
go.
didn't get to ride yesterday.
You didn't get to, okay.
I
You wanna
think,
ride the
I
big
think I'm too tall for the
I want
horse.
to ride.
So,
Hold on. Shh. Listen, guys. Listen.
you didn't ride yesterday? You're
No.
first.
You get to go
Boys,
first.
you get on the cart.
Okay.
Remember?
I'm too tall to ride though.
You walk on.
No, you're not.
Oh my gosh, they can actually control the cart.
I drove the
There you
cart.
go, boys.
Can you take my
Okay. Boys on, girl out. Ready, set, go. Go, real fast.
Hey, John, I got notes.
Good job, man.
What's that?
Get your.
Yeah, I need to get my foot in. There we go.
Okay.
Dang, I did not know I'd be able to get
Did you bring
that
a
up
lead?
that fast.
I don't remember.
Oh, you know what? He could be here too.
I'm scared.
But I just don't want to.
Yeah.
Oh. Have fun.
My dad had to leave because everything's open on the trailer and it's starting to rain. But we're going to go on a horse ride in a covered wagon. It's 100 and how many years old?
150, I think.
100 and something like that years old, and I'm really excited. We're going to the original schoolhouse that Laura learned in and went to school in. So
and
yeah.
we only went in the winter, not all the years. It's kind of all year.
So here we go.
Good girl. We're just going to let them trot for a little bit. Now that was Joan and I'm Joan. We have Jack and Annie pulling our wagon. I want you to look at the machinery line right here. We've got some old horse-drawn equipment right there, and I want you to see that before it's out of sight. We do use the planter, this green one down on this end, to plant this cornfield. Wow. Then there is a whirly mower way at the end. Laura called it a whirly mower. That's the brake cord one way at the other end. And that also has some plows, some one-bottom plows, which I want you to look at some point. You would have a wagon. Some of you were too busy and didn't get to see it, but inside that big barn there is the wagon pulled inside so it doesn't get wet. Then there's one up on the hill. That's the real deal, not the Cadillac we're sitting in here right now. So as we roll through here, I want to show you, how many acres did the homesteaders get when they came here for that free land? 160. Brooklyn knows all the answers. They already went through this. Yeah.
And
so
60
the big trees down in the corner. Those 5 big cottonwoods that are fenced in, you have to go around car or walking. And those 5 big trees are the marker. Coming down this road a half a mile, go behind that church. And then when you go out to the right here, there's a single horseway out there, just about where the fence is. And then you're going to go up to the school, and then bring the line back to those trees. So it's about a half a mile square? Half a mile by half a mile, exactly, exactly. So that's how much you get to clean. What were the stipulations?
Dad is here. Dad has lived here 5 years.
How many acres of pump? There's 3 acres of pump. So that was it on that 3 acres of pump. There used to be 4 acres of here, but drought happened. So that didn't work. Yeah, we'll just ignore that. So when the homesteaders came here, they would have to find their markers, go speak for their land. In this case, it was those are Brookings had the land office, so it's about 40 miles away. That took a couple of days to walk or drive. And then you would come back if you had your name on that paper, and you could start working and get back here. What's the first thing you're gonna do?
Build a house.
No. Almost every time they say that, but
Get a well. Draw water.
get a well.
Oh yeah. Draw water.
We're all thirsty. We don't know where we're gonna put the house in if we haven't found water. It says a slough. It rhymes with stew because we're always hungry. Okay? Now you can remember it. So the slough, this is the Ingalls slough. It's on the Ingalls land. The big slough, see how this goes this way? And then from the parking lot, you can see it goes there. All the way from those willow trees, all the way past the hill to Slaughter Street. So that big slough's got farmed up pretty bad. It also got grazed down, so it's not so wild anymore. All the way up to the new houses in that road there, all the way into town. Oh, you owned it yourself? Yeah. So he built that house on 3rd, and then he's building that church on 5th.
Oh look, they even know where to go.
There's the schoolhouse.
Okay, let me crawl up here. Okay. I'm gonna hook up the horses before you move, and then we'll let you get out the back.
Okay. Okay, so we're going into the schoolhouse. And it was on this land, it was just not right in this spot.
He got hurt breaking horses. He broke down a couple of places. Breaking horses at age 79. Wow. He was a character. But they kept this school because they understood and they believed in history. So this is the Johnson School. It's a little dark in here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think it would have been dark back in the 1880s when they went to this school? This school was built in 89, so in the 1890s. Yeah, they did get electricity in later on, but we're just going to sit in here in the dark so you see what it's like. This is the stove that they would put, they'd take some hay twist to get the fire going, because remember, we don't have wood out here. And then they'd get the coal in from the train and they'd put that in there to keep the school warm. And it was always the teacher's responsibility to get there an hour early, get that stove going. And then probably stay an hour late to make sure the stove is completely out.
Reminds me of freezing.
That would be my baby.
It's actually really cool.
All right, good morning. So we finished most of the stuff yesterday, but got chased in by the rain.
Yeah,
And
it was a little cold and wet.
It rained and it was
For like
windy.
7 hours left yesterday.
So
Well, and then it was windy all night.
yeah, it's crazy.
So
South Dakota.
South Dakota.
So we're gonna do our last thing, which is we're gonna walk across through the cornfields to head to the church so we can check out the church.
Because it's way out there.
Because it's way out in the distance. Here, I'll show it to you. Way out there. But we think it's worth it before we take off because it looks so beautiful. So we're gonna.
Joan yesterday was telling us that when they got the church here, they left all of the pews, all of the hymnals, everything. They just left everything in the church. So it's all still there, all the organs. Yeah, so
I'm excited.
Be cool.
I know how
That's where the horses and the wagons live.
That's Annie.
I see her. I see Annie.
I can see Annie. Yeah.
I can see.
It is so weird, but so amazing to be here in a place that people that you read about literally walked and like lived and did all the things. It's been such a cool experience how you're able to touch everything, feel everything, do everything, and read the excerpts from the books, and just gain all of the insight. And while you're here on the property, like, you can envision it and they talk about it, and it's just such a cool experience. So if you're ever in this area in South Dakota, highly, highly recommend coming here. It's been a great experience. Shanty out there in the distance. And there's a covered wagon out there too, I believe.
There's a covered wagon out there?
Yeah, behind that structure. Yeah. And then this is the road to the church. It's so quiet and peaceful out here. There's the prairie grasses, the slough out there.
Wait, that's prairie grass?
The buffalo on the hillside.
Yay, the cowboy.
Hitching post. There's a hitching post right outside the church. So you could come to church, tie up your horse, and go serve the Lord. Such a cool experience.
Come straight into it.
Want to open the doors?
Yeah, I'll do the honors.
Wow. Look at this. Look at these door handles. Doorknobs. Here's the cute little church. Oh, the pews, the organs. Let's not bang on anything. The lectern's still here. Wow, look at all these. Look at even the...
Praise the Lord.
The Bible is still here. Like, this is so...
Yeah, this is like actual history.
Wow. How old is that Bible? That is so cool. The change plate. West Bethany Lutheran Church, established in 1881.
Mom, check what?
Built 1905. First service was held November 5th, 1905. Last service was November 16th, 1969. Wow. Still hymnals in the backs of these.
Are these old Bibles?
They're hymnals.
Let me try.
Dude.
It's church service. That was church.
All right, you guys. That's a wrap, huh?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a wrap.
Yeah.
So glad we came to Desmet.
Oh my gosh, it really made everything
So worth it.
so worth it. Yep.
Yeah.
So the church was beautiful, just like we thought it would be. But now we're on the road, and we're heading to Sioux Falls to go check out some falls and some cool stuff down there, and hit a Costco to get some, because we need food. We're out of food.
It's been a while since we've had Costco.
And we're gonna get
Costco and Walmart.
full sewer hookups for the first time in almost 2 weeks.
God.
So
I haven't took a shower in a while.
so we're on the road. So see ya.
See ya. See ya.
What are you guys
We
doing?
got time on our side.
Oh my gosh, Nathan.
We're in a state of hope. I need you on my fire. I want you to know that every time you're away,
You guys are serious.
I long for you so much I can find
Nathan,
my
you're gonna
way.
get dizzy, bro. Okay, Drew, jump on.
And I
Got
lost
everything here, at least to stay alive. And the time that we share makes it all worthwhile. Got this place
There's
on our
kid
own.
riding. This is way down
Do
there.
you feel like we got something strong?
Oh, it's just at the sport home. But these are the 5 trees.
And I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise. That with you I feel alive. You'll be the last one I think about. We got time on our side. We're in a state of hope. I need you